happy Friday! We are hanging out here talking Royal Caribbean with you. Thanks for joining us here. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. We got plenty more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And of course, we're recording this live in here. We're going to get lots of our friends joining us here. We got Logan, Jay, hello Marvin from Bermuda. Mel is here. Lorna, what's going on? Sydney, Forrester, welcome. Susie Junko, Joe from Australia joining us here as well. Julie Mango is here. Denise, welcome back. Beach Bum Dave is here. Chantra Williams joining us here as well. Guys, happy Friday. Thanks for joining us here on live on YouTube. And of course, we're here live every Friday, or pretty much so. We're starting to get into the whole YouTube live thing. So come join us here on Fridays. And anytime we're live, right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you follow us and all that good stuff so that way you don't miss out on any of the fun. Brian Carty is here. Jerry Rich. Carla Miller, welcome. Logan, just finished Cruise Tips TV live stream. Me too. I was checking out Sherry. She does a great job with that. Landerberry, happy Friday. Michael Pastore, Friday. Let's start today's YouTube live with the most important question. How many days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise? Type it in chat right now. Whoa, Jay Spiegel with a super chat off the bat. Love that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Much obliged. Marvin just saw a big advertisement on Symphony of the Seas Miami. I got a cruise on it. Amen, brother. Going on there very, very soon. Simple Shar is here. Welcome. Jay going on Symphony 378 days. Denise, don't forget to like the video. Yes. 127 or Mike Pastore. Leanne's got 60 days. Debbie, 520 days. Mel, 90 days. Lander at 8, and Jordan, happy Friday to you, or Saturday to all the Australians out there. Logan, 307 Radiance. Brian Carty, 8 days until Anthem back-to-back. Leanne's husband and I, first cruise. You guys have an awesome, awesome time. There's nothing better going on a cruise. You're going to have such a great vacation. Matthew James, 198 days. Austin's going on a cruise in 52 days. Joe's going on Ovation in 171 more days. Love it. Carla, 57 days till Symphony of the Seas. Brett joining me on board the Symphony Group cruise in 29 more days. We're in the 20s, baby. Going on the Royal Caribbean Blogger Cruise Symphony of the Seas, 29 days. Can't wait. Simple Shar, 50 days till her cruise on Symphony of the Seas. Denise is going on Harmony in 50 days. Cheryl Elliott Mills, 167 till Jewel of the Seas. Denise going on Symptom of the Seas? Symphony of the Seas in 8 more days. Love it. Lorna, January 12th. Nice. All right, guys, today we are talking about things that everybody's got to do on a Royal Caribbean cruise at least once. Like, I'm not saying you have to do this every single cruise. I'm not saying you have to do this 700 times. I'm saying you got to do this at least once, right? Joe would love to do a Royal Caribbean group cruise. Absolutely. And you know what, Joe? Every single person here, anybody watching this video, is welcome to join us on a group cruise. We designed them to be as inclusive as possible. So please, if you have any interest in joining, we have a couple lined up. In the next couple of years, we've got, obviously, Symphony in about 30 days. There's actually some really good last-minute deals out there for Symphony if you're interested. But we're also doing Mariner of the Seas in March. And then we're doing Anthem of the Seas in July of 2019. And there's also one more, Freedom of the Seas, in December 2019. You can get more information on each and every one of our group cruises by going to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. All right, guys. Top things you got to do at least once. At least once. I'm going to start off with my first choice, which is eat in the main dining room. You got to have that pomp and circumstance about it. Say what you will. I know there's a lot of people who love the Windjammer, or maybe are all about the specialty dining, or maybe they're Team Coastal Kitchen, or whatever your fancy may be. You got to eat in the main dining room at least once. There are few things these days that really have a connection to old school cruising, and the main dining room still has that. It is still a classic cruise experience that I believe is a must-do. Joe, hashtag Team MDR. You got it. It is a must-do. Main dining room, number one. Joe says, meet me halfway in Hawaii for that group cruise. I'll try my best on that one. Logan loves the main dining room for breakfast and lunch. Cheryl loves the main dining room. Staff is amazing. Absolutely. Chantra Williams is here. Welcome, Chantra. 28 days till Independence of the Seas. Next on my list, this is something that it's almost like not only do I have that done more than once, but this is a must-see event. You got to see the Quest. Have you heard about the Quest on Royal Caribbean? It is a adult scavenger hunt. It's the best way I can describe it. I don't want to give too much away, But if you see it, it's available on pretty much every sailing. Usually at the end, like the last night or the night before the last night. Do yourself a favor, go see the quest. It is so much fun, so much energy. It helps if you probably had a couple drinks, but it is such a great experience. If you got friends, bring them down. It is one of the best things Royal Caribbean does. And I don't want to give too much away, because if you don't know what the quest is, it's an adult scavenger hunt. You don't have to participate necessarily there. You can participate if you want to, or you can just sit in the stands and watch. There's no pressure to participate if you don't want to, but it is so funny. So good, so entertaining. Austin says, I've always done traditional dining at this time. I'm doing my time. Which one is better? I like traditional dining, but I don't think you can go wrong with either one. You know, it's to each their own. Leanne, I haven't heard of the quest. Note taken. Absolutely. Mike, lost your pants at the quest. You see, if you've been to the quest, you know what Mike is talking about. Everyone else is like, what? Leanne is probably like, wait a minute, what did he just say? It's fairly normal. But again, there's no pressure. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. You can totally just hang out there. Carla Miller, I've seen the quest, didn't participate though. I am very much with you, Carla. I am a observe, watch, laugh, and support, right? If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. It's too much fun, Ray. That's it. They announce a warning before the quest. It's too much fun. It's a hoot. You got to do that. See the quest, number one. Next one up on the list. You know what? This is another classic cruise experience. You got to see the ship's wake. That's the area on the back of the ship. When you walk all the way to the back, the churning of the ocean that the ship makes with its engines, it is so pretty. On a sea day, especially if it's sunny outside, take a walk to the back of the ship. No matter which deck you're on, preferably the lower deck, but it doesn't really matter. Go all the way to the back and check out the beautiful, beautiful wake over there. It's incredible. You got to see that. And what is on the roast beef sandwich at Cafe 270? Love. They smear love on there. It's really, really good. It's mostly mustard, but you can have it any way you want. And you can tell them plain if you want, but the way to do it is horseradish and some mustard. Joe says, cool, I never would have thought of telling someone to see the wake, but I love it. Absolutely. It's so serene. The wake is serene. It's peaceful. It's calming. It's beautiful. Bring your camera, too. Great for photos. If you're looking for a great photo outside, take a good selfie over there. No question about it. Wake view, really, really nice. Race is nothing better than a wake view. I think it's a lot of fun. No question about that. All right, next up, eat at Chops Grill. You know, specialty dining is so great. It is something that, you know, many years ago, specialty dining was kind of like this kind of weird thing that like existed, but it wasn't very popular. But these days, it's super popular. But really, if we're talking about specialty dining on Royal Caribbean, you've got to try Chops Grill. It is just, there's so many great restaurants out there. There really are. And I will, oftentimes people ask, I'm going on this particular ship, which restaurant should I go to? And I might rattle off, you know, Izumi Hibachi or Wonderland or 150 Central Park, and they're all great. But you got to eat at Chops Grill at least once. It remains just, it's a stalwart of Royal Caribbean's fleet, and I firmly believe the reason why it's been around for so long, and on every ship, pretty much every ship, is because it is that good an experience. So definitely check out. Tiana Jenkins, the first-time cruiser, welcome. Glad to have you here. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We are hanging out here talking Royal Caribbean. In fact, we're counting down the top things that everybody should do at least once on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Marvin says, Chops is stellar. Absolutely. Braden is going on Symphony of the Seas. Can you tell me about it? Dude, it's Royal Caribbean's newest cruise ship, largest in the world. I'm actually going on Symphony for the first time in November, so I'm going to have a lot of great content for you to help you plan that cruise. Matthew Jones, second-time cruiser, first time on Royal Caribbean. Welcome, Matthew. Great name. Glad to have you here. The PB and Jen. I love that name. First time on Royal Caribbean in December. Independence of the Seas. Dude, you picked an awesome ship. Independence has got a massive makeover. You're going to love it. And you've never done the quest ever? Make plans. Start writing a note down. Put a sticky note. Tie a string around your finger. Whatever you got to do. Great Beard of Zeus. Welcome. All right, next up. You may have seen the thumbnail for this video, so it's no surprise. You got to watch a sunset and sunrise on a cruise. Now, sunset is easy. You got to pick the right day where it's not too cloudy out. But if you can get a day in which there's no clouds and you can watch sunset from your ship, it is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. You got to see that. So good. Sunrise, the sunset is amazing. Now, sunrise is equally, if not even more beautiful, but you got to wake up early for it. And I know it stinks. Nobody likes waking up early, especially this guy. I'll tell you, you need to force yourself to get up one morning, have room service deliver some coffee to your room, make some coffee, go out to Cafe Promenade and grab some, bring it back. But watching the sunrise from your ship is a must-do kind of thing, at least once. The rest of the crew sleep on. Go back to sleep after that if you want. Carla Miller says the sunrise on the ship is amazing. Absolutely. Ray says there's no better view of a sunset than on a cruise. Absolutely. For sunset, I think you want to get as high up as you can on the ship. Viking Crown Lounge is great for this. Pool deck, can't go wrong. Carletta is going on Oasis for the first time in November. Can you chose first night done right? Your opinions on that choice. Great choice, Carletta. When you get on board the ship, just make go make a reservation as soon as you get on board to get the greatest possible choices in terms of availability. We got Mexico in the house. Hello, Bonifax and Chieta. Going on Symphony of the Seas, December 15th. Nice. Leanne's going for 5 days. Love it. Ann says balcony breakfast dinner is a must. Nice. Lander says love waking up early. There's basically no one around. That's true, Lander. If you want to experience a cruise ship, like to have that feeling of having it to yourself, wake up early. Like get up at 6 a.m. or earlier. I mean, it's a ghost town. It's amazing. It's kind of cool. I mean, 6 having to get up that early. But Lander's right. It's really, really nice to have that there. Debbie, can you please explain First Night Done Right? First Night Done Right is a specialty dining package in which you are allowed to eat at a specialty restaurant on the first night of the cruise for a discount. The trade-off, if you will, is you must have it on day one, obviously. And the other thing is you can't actually choose your restaurant or time until you get on board the ship, which may or may not be a problem. I don't know. But in my experience, it's really not. It's only an issue if you're really like, I need to eat at this restaurant at this time, and if not, it's a problem. So, Thea, is there a specific floor of the main dining room you have to go to for reservations? Depends on which one you're dining at. Like if you're in traditional dining or my time. Not to worry, though, Thea, because you know what? On the bottom of your SeaPass card, it's going to say exactly, here you go, King Lear, Deck 5, right? This is from Independence of the Seas. It'll tell you where to go. So don't worry about it too much. It's pretty straightforward. All right, next must-do thing at least once. You got to see the Love and Marriage game show. Have you seen this? This is a loosely based on the Honeymooners game show. Basically, you get 3 couples. The cruise director hosts it. You've got a newlywed couple. You got a couple that's been married for 10 or 20 years. And then you've got the couple that's been married for 40 or 50 years. And this is a show that I think has been going on since it certainly been going on for at least as long as I've been cruising with Royal Caribbean. It is so funny. It is so amusing. I admit, again, I don't have the gumption to get up there and be one of the couples, but man, if you get the right combination of couples up there and cruise director, it's hilarious. If you've never seen it, leave the kids at home. Do not bring the kids to this show either. For the Quest, do not bring your kids at all. Oh my gosh. No, you'll need therapy bills for that one. For this one, if they're like teenagers, it's okay, as long as they kind of get, there's a little bit of sexuality jokes involved, but if they're mature, go for it. But otherwise, I would probably say just leave the kids up at Adventure Ocean for this one. Joe, I can never get my husband up there. Oh my gosh, my wife would never, ever, ever go up there. Carla says, that was hilarious on Majesty. Nice. Marvin says, thank you for doing this. So informative. You're very welcome. Happy to help. Of course, the goal of RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com is to help everybody have a better Royal Caribbean cruise. Great Beard of Zeus. I remember that show when we went on our first cruise in 2002. Yeah, dude, it's been around forever, but it's funny every single time. No question about it. All right, moving on. Next one. How about watching the belly flop competition at the pool? Another Royal Caribbean staple. There's certain things every cruise line does they're known for. The belly flop competition is probably one of the things Royal Caribbean is really known for. You're going to love this. It's a competition of wills, determination, and iron guts. Emphasis on iron. There's a lot of laughing. There's applauding. There's some cringing involved too. But it's a lot of fun. Bring the kids to this one. The kids will love this show. You'll see. Sarah, are there any comedy shows on Independence of the Seas? Oh, yeah. You have a comedian probably appear. There'll probably be maybe 2 or 3 different evenings in which there's a comedy show. So absolutely. Jay thinks everyone should do a bridge tour at least once. Let's see if it makes my list, Jay. I already have it written down, but that is a good suggestion. Um, let's see here. Moving on. Trying room service. You know what? These days, room service does have a charge to it, right? It's $7.95 for a room service charge. And I know for some people, it's on principle. I'm not paying money for room service. I can go walk over to the Windjammer and get it myself, or I can go this and all that. Again, this isn't a list of things you need to do every cruise. This is a list of things you should do at least once. And it is really nice to have room service. Maybe, you know what I like to take room service? For days where you get back to the ship late, maybe because you had a shore excursion, right? Like you got back in, it's like already 4, 5 o'clock. You had an awesome day in port. You're tired. Yes, you want to shower because you're sweaty and tired, but you really want to go put on all your dressy clothes and, do all that stuff? Maybe not. So room service is great for that kind of veg out, have someone else cook it, deliver it, and clean up after you kind of night. It's great. I think the nice thing about the charge of the room service fee is that on the other side of it, the quality of food has gotten significantly better, and it's a lot faster. Ray, do they charge for breakfast room service? They do not charge for it if you get continental breakfast like like Danishes and stuff. But there is a charge for like eggs and a hot breakfast, if you will. Cruisy Chris is here. Welcome. Tiana, can you go to the Windjammer and get breakfast and take it back to your room? Absolutely, Tiana. I do this almost every morning with my kids, especially on days we go on shore excursions. You can absolutely bring it back to the ship. No question about it. Cruisy Chris says the shows are the best. Couldn't agree more. I love the shows on Royal Caribbean. Great beard of Zeus. It is really worth it to pamper yourself. I believe that's why we go on cruises. Do the room service at least once. Amen, brother. Amen. And great name. Still a great name. Danilo, I missed the refreshment package for $16. You think they'll bring it back before the end of the year? Oh yeah, dude. There is a sale about every 4 to 6 weeks in the Cruise Planner, Danilo, and I will post about it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, so stay tuned. Debbie loves eating on the balcony. Yeah, if you got room service, by the way, let's take this tip I just gave you about doing room service, and I'm gonna agree with Debbie here. If you have a balcony, have them putting the food out to your balcony. When they deliver it, say, "Oh, could you please set it up on our balcony?" They won't mind at all. So definitely give that a try. Next on my list, you got to watch somebody wipe out on the Flow Rider, right? So many ships now in Royal Caribbean's fleet have a Flow Rider. Flow Rider is the surf simulator. It allows people to try their hand at surfing or boogie boarding, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe you should give it a try yourself, but maybe you're not that brave. I'm one of those people. I have no coordination, people. I do a YouTube video about cruising. You can only imagine the level of nerdiness that I have, and the nerdy you are, the less coordination you have. So it's not really for me. But I will tell you, on this list, you got to watch somebody else wipe out. It's a lot of fun. You got to cheer for them when they stand up or they do a trick. But I'm telling you, you got to also enjoy the spectacle of that. No question about it. Cruisy Chris says Flow Rider is the #1 attraction on Royal Caribbean ships. It's a lot of fun. I love that stuff, and it's great on a sea day, afternoon. Go check it out. Absolutely. Joe, great videos of my kids busting it on the Flow Rider. Nice. Lander loves the Flow Rider. Mel, what about iFly? It's a lot of fun. Give it a try. I did it once. I wiped out. That's it for me. I'm one and done on that one. But I did it once. You should as well. Mike says, I'm so sore from riding the Flow Rider here in Clearwater, Florida 2 days ago, practicing for my upcoming Oasis cruise. Nice. Next on my list, and this is something that if you were to go back in time before my very first Royal Caribbean cruise to tell me this next tip, I would have said, you're crazy. There's no way I will ever see this, and yet now I love it. And that is see the ice skating show. Royal Caribbean, a lot of Royal Caribbean ships, the Voyager class, the Freedom class, the Oasis class ships offer an ice skating show on board. They have an ice skating rink, and they perform shows on there. And you might think, wait a minute, are you telling me that I got to go see like Ice Capades or something like that? No, thank you. Snorefest, right? I'm here to tell you, it is anything but a Snorefest. It is so good, really, really good. It is just, it's such a fun, exciting, and intricately designed show. You got to see the ice shows, no question about it. Marvin, do you go on family trips for Royal Caribbean? Absolutely. My family comes with me almost every single cruise. Certainly my wife, my kids as well. It's why I think, fell in love with cruising on Royal Caribbean, because it's a great family cruise line. Debbie wants to know, is there ice skating on Ovation? There is not ice skating on Ovation to the Seas. Ray says, don't miss the ice show. It's top notch. Absolutely. Cruising Chris, how about Sky Pads? Sky Pads are another. Why not? Absolutely do it. It's kind of a new thing, obviously in Royal Caribbean, but absolutely. Let's move on to the next one. Next one on our list. We're talking about, again, we're counting down top things to do on a Royal Caribbean cruise. You got to do it at least once. Like, you don't have to do it every time, just once. And that is stay in a balcony stateroom at least once. You know, I understand finances are what they are, and not everyone can afford to stay in balconies or suites, and that's okay. But one time, the Royal Caribbean cruise fare gods are going to smile upon you and offer a fare that you can kind of afford, and you got to stay in a balcony at least once. Balcony rooms are just a tremendous experience. There's just something so special about having your own private space to be able to see things. And it's not about, just going out there. Whether there's something to see, like sail away, or you're docked in port, or sometimes it's just waking up in the morning and just sitting out there, enjoying the breeze, looking out there, looking for some, dolphins or something. It's so serene. It's so nice. For a balcony, I'm telling you, it's a must-do, at least once. And again, if you haven't done it yet, primarily maybe because of the money situation, save your pennies, make it worth. At some point, the finances will align. A lot of times, there's cruise pricing is all over the place, and sometimes you might find not much of a gap between a lower category room and a balcony. You got to do it at least once. Carla is in a balcony, but it's a Central Park view. Carla, you know what? I like that even better. I love the Central Park balconies. I think that's really beautiful, Carla. You're gonna love that. Sarah Annette says, my mom vows by balcony room. Sounds like my mom as well. Absolutely. Lander stayed in a balcony once and never can go back. Wait, as in, like, you can't go back to the other kind of categories, right? Marvin says, I'm not going on a cruise without a balcony. Debbie says, I have a single studio balcony for my first cruise on Ovation. Nice. Mike says, once you stay in a balcony, you're ruined. My wife loves her coffee in the morning and wine in the afternoon and evening on the balcony. I don't think you're wrong there. Cheryl's doing her first balcony on a transatlantic in March. Love it. Carletta's doing a boardwalk balcony this time. Another great choice. Absolutely. Chelly, I hope I'm saying that right. Loves balcony rooms. Agrees it's worth the extra money. Ella likes the balcony, but my sons prefer an inside. They're literally only in the room to sleep, shower, and change. And you know what, Ella? They're not wrong. I'm saying one time balcony. After that, back to the inside room, more money to spend on other things, right? Can't go wrong with that. Great Beard of Zeus. We are on the top floor, but have the large window instead of the balcony. Oh, you have the panoramics. Those are amazing. You're going to really, really love that. Coast Rider says, what is the best thing to do as soon as you get on board on the ship on embarkation day? Dude, my favorite, my cruising tradition, Hotchberg family tradition, number one, get on board the ship, go up to the Windjammer, have lunch there. That is a cruising tradition for us. No question about it. Next, speaking of embarkation day, another thing you got to do at least once is experience a sail away party. Royal Caribbean puts on a great party. Basically, a sail away party is on embarkation day, and a lot of other ports when you're sailing away, but embarkation day is the biggest one, right? They're going to have live music. They're going to have drinks flowing. Dance floors open. They usually clear out an area in front of the pool, and they invite you to come down, dance and jam out, and enjoy sail away together. It's a great experience. They play all the classic cruising songs, Feeling Hot, 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 right? And other songs, The Electric Slide. Get down there at least once. Try the dancing out. Make a fool of yourself. It's all good. You're on vacation. You deserve it. A sail away party is a must-do at least once. And if you have a drink in hand, it's even better. In fact, the more you drink, I think the better the party gets. Debbie says sailing out of Sydney is amazing. I would love someday, I really hope someday I'll be able to get down to Australia. Lewis, are ships handicap accessible? Yes, they are. Absolutely. Cruisy Chris, go to the outside of the balcony and watch the embarkation. It's a good choice as well. Ray loves the live music on there. Von Frater, do you know anything about Ovation getting Johnny Rockets? I heard that was the case, but I haven't seen anything officially yet. So I don't have anything that I can really officially confirm or deny for you. I've just heard that rumor, Von Frater. So there you go. Next on the list, take a spa tour. Yes, seriously, take a spa tour. All Royal Caribbean have a spa, and you can take a complimentary tour. There's no cost to the tour, no obligation. It's basically a tour of the facilities. What I love about the spa tour, that is it's a great way to see this amazing space without committing to it. Like, you don't have to go in there like, I'm gonna book something. It's okay. I have walked away from the spa many, many, many times without booking anything. They're very understanding. But I really feel like you got to at least do at least one spa tour, see what it's all about. Smell. The smells alone in the spa are amazing. Like, so good. You got to go at least once to see that. So, go to the spa, take a tour, complimentary. They offer them primarily on embarkation day, although you can take them anytime you want. But on the first day of your cruise, they will have a block of time laid out in which they're just running a bunch of spa tours. It's a great opportunity to go do that while you're exploring the ship anyway. So go there, enjoy the smells, and check out the facilities there. Maybe you'll book something. You don't know. But you never know. What time do the bar activities open on embarkation day, Coast Rider? They're usually open the bars there's going to be some bars open almost right off the bat. The easiest way to figure it out is to look at a past cruise compass. So what you can do by that is you say, okay, Cruisy Chris, you're going on Independence of the Seas or Mariner of the Seas or whatever. Go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, click on our cruise compass link. See in our main menu, click on cruise compass, and then find a past cruise compass. Here's Brilliance. And then you can just simply you can see exactly all the activities. Here's exactly what dining is open, right? Here's all the activities for your first day on the left side of your screen there. I mean, that's the best way I could give you a ballpark idea of what to expect, but it's not going to be, this looking at a past cruise compass for a sailing that you're going on is the best way to figure out exactly what's on there. Just as Cruise Compass Archive is great for research, absolutely. There you go. All right, let's go back to our list here. We got a couple more on the list. Next, dress up for formal night. I know, again, not everyone loves dressing up for formal night. Maybe you dress up all the time for work, and the last thing you want to do is get dressed up on a cruise. I get it. But at least once. Put on the nice jacket. Put on that nice dress. Have a nice evening out. It's something so fun and alluring. I mentioned earlier the main dining room is kind of like one of the last holdouts of a classic cruise experience. Formal night is probably one of those other experiences where, on one or two nights of your cruise probably, there'll be a formal night. Don't worry about the name. It's not nearly as formal as you think. But one night, go a little nicer than that. Try it out a little bit. Chris says, I love formal night. I'm a teen. Absolutely. Ella, I like dressing up and taking photos. That's the best thing right there. If you come to our house, you will see nothing. All our photos are from cruise ships because it's great for taking photos. And like I say, when else do you get to dress up in life and be fun? It's like weddings and funerals. In both cases, that's about somebody else. And work, talk about boring, right? So getting dressed up on a cruise is fun. Carlos says, I love dressing up for formal night. I don't get to dress up that often. Absolutely. It's great for family photos, as Razor Ray said. It's just, you feel like $1,000,000 when you dress like you look like $1,000,000, It's kind of nice. I always joke with my family, we watch old sitcoms from the 50s and 60s and, like the Dick Van Dyke Show. And you ever notice he's wearing a 3-piece suit around the house? And I'm like, we're going to start wearing 3-piece suits around the house now. And I want everyone wearing ball gowns around the house. We're going to go old-timey. It never happens. But it's nice to do that, Weddings, funeral, and formal night. Absolutely. Next on the list. Got two more on my list here of top things to do at least once. And this one, I don't know how you guys feel about this one. You got to try the escargot in the main dining room. It's available every night in the main dining room on a Royal Caribbean ship. Escargot. Do you know what escargot is? You can Google it if you want. It's a French dish. It is indeed baked snails. You got to try it at least once. I'm telling you, look, I know it's snails. Ew, gross, disgusting. Yes. But I'm telling you, it's baked in so much butter and so much salt, you're not going to taste it. It tastes so good. Love escargot. Look, I know. This is what you do. If you've never tried it and you're the people writing ew in capital letters in our chat right now, that's okay. But here's what you got to do. Take a roll. Take a bread roll that you're going to get. Take one spoon out an escargot. Put it in your bread. Close the bread. Take a bite like a sandwich. It's great. That's right. Mel says you have to try it at least once. It's actually really good. It truly is. I know it sounds disgusting. Don't think about it. Think about something else. Think about baseball or something. Take a bite. I love it. I think it's really good. I remember trying it as a goof one time. I was like, this is really good. And now we go on a cruise? Absolutely. Shelly, I know I have slugs all over my porch. I'm telling you right now, it's not what's outside. This is a delicacy. It's not the same thing as what you see in your yard. Kathy Constantine is in the house. Welcome. Ella will try it once. That's all I ask. One time. And then you can say it's one of those like cruising experiences that you got to do. And lastly, our last item on my list of things you got to do at least once on a Royal Caribbean cruise is kind of self-serving, but I think you got to do it, which is you have to book another Royal Caribbean cruise on board. Go down to the next cruise office, book another cruise. Basically, by booking on board, people ask me, Matt, what do I get? Do I get a better price, or how does that work? It's not about price. The price is actually the same as if you were to book online at home. The difference is Royal Caribbean will give you bonus money, free money, for booking another cruise. And if you're like me, you go on this ship, you're going to have such a great time, you're going to want to do this again and again and again, book another cruise. Do yourself that favor. It is, that way, when the cruise is over, and you're crying, you're depressed, you're sad, the whole vacation's over, you have another cruise to look forward to. That's what it's all about. Book another cruise. That's right, Joe's nailed it. The best cure for post-cruise blues is to book another cruise. So go down to the next cruise office, book another one, and then you're good. Ella, I'm saving up to book the next cruise while on a cruise. There you go. Logan's got 2 booked right now. Love it. So did we miss anything here in on my things you got to do at least once on a cruise? Type it in chat. I know Jay was talking earlier about doing the bridge tour, which is a part of the all-access tour that Royal Caribbean offers, and I do agree with Jay. If you've never taken a bridge tour or a behind-the-scenes tour of the ship, do it at least once. They offer, it's called the all-access tour. You can book it before your cruise via the Royal Caribbean website. You'll like it. Debbie trying to convince my mom to book a Royal Caribbean cruise with me before I've ever been on my first cruise. See, Debbie, that's why we're friends. I love that. Yes. Yes. Go on the cruise, even though you haven't been on one. Book another one. Start strong, Debbie. Go all out. Brett recommends Chef's Table. That's, of course, another dining experience. Chef's Table is a specialty dining experience, in which a very intimate dining experience. So it's a multi-course feature. The chef literally makes the dishes like specifically for you. It's incredible. Ella wants to know how much does the bridge tour cost. Depends on the ship and the sailing, so it varies. It's a little pricey. I think it's closer to like. It's definitely more than $50 a person. I don't remember the exact pricing of it. Obviously, it all depends. But you go to many places on board the ship. I think it's absolutely worthwhile. Can you do a quick recap of all the recommendations? No, but it'll be in the video. I mean, we talked about the booking another cruise, escargot, formal night, go on a spa tour, check out the eat in the main dining room once, stay in a balcony once, balcony stateroom, get room service once, watch the flow rider. There's a bunch of them. I think we covered like 15 or 16 of them. Races, you should see the main show on the ship. That's a good one, absolutely. Yeah, about $99. Debbie and Mike Pastori, about $99, $89 for the all-access tour. But again, it's not just the bridge. It's the bridge. It's the theater, the control room, the galley, a.k.a. the kitchen. You'll love it. Sarah, my friend and I are already planning our another BFF cruise when we set sail in November. Wait a minute, Sarah, we're planning a cruise together? Because aren't we already BFFs? Oh, your other friend. Okay, got it. Mel, must-dos on the cruise, a must-do. Well, that's a literal must-do. Like, you have no choice but to do that one. Von Fratna, thinking about doing a blog on Royal Blog, plus a few comprehensive videos for YouTube. Nice. Chris, I don't know what I can tell you about Spectrum of the Seas. I mean, it's the next new Royal Caribbean ship coming out next April. We just posted at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com a brand new blog post today, in fact, with the, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. We received their new Azapods today, but it's a new first Quantum Ultra class ship. Going to have some interesting upgrades that are not available on some other ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet, but I think you're going to like it quite a bit. Obviously, we'll have more information about that as we get closer. Austin, how do I book with the group cruise? Great question, Austin. All you have to do, Austin, is go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. That URL right there, Austin. Fill out that form. So when you go to the web page right over here, right, you're on any web page. It really doesn't matter which one, Austin. Fill out this form, and then they'll contact you. Our friends at MEI Travel will contact you. Then you'll be in the group, Austin. You'll be supporting us, and you'll be part of the group. It'll be a great time. Can't wait. How much are the drink packages, Nikki? There is no set price. The price changes. It varies from sailing to sailing and ship to ship. So I really can't give you obviously a definite answer. Easiest way, honestly, is once you book a cruise, log into the cruise planner on the Royal Caribbean website, and you'll see the exact price for you. Keeping in mind, by the way, that the price online will be the cheapest price you're going to pay. So pay it. Don't wait to get on board the ship to buy it. If you know you're going to buy it online. How often do I have group cruises, Ella? I try to do 2 a year. So we did one earlier this year on Explorer of the Seas to Alaska, and then we have our next one coming up on Symphony of the Seas. And then in 2019, we're doing Mariner of the Seas. It's a back-to-back sailing, March 15th and 18th. So you can do either one or both sailings. The March 15th sailing is over a weekend, like Friday to Monday. So come join us. If you can just do the weekend, let's do that. Or you can come for both, right? Or the second one, so you can do a 7-night sailing, you can do a short sailing, whatever is a preference to you. That's in March 2019. Then July 2019, we're doing Anthem of the Seas, 9 nights, Bermuda and the Caribbean. Going to Bermuda, Labadee, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Martin. Amazing itinerary, 9 nights out of New York City. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait for that one. We have even one more group cruise in December 2019 to ring in 2020. We're going to celebrate New Year's Eve together on that. Beth, why is the tip put in the price of the drink package? Because that way, Beth, when you order your drinks on board the ship, you don't have to pay a gratuity. It's already included for you. Otherwise, if you're paying for the drink package and you can pay a tip, it doesn't really work that way, right? Kathy says, woohoo, group cruises. They are the best. Absolutely. I love them. Chris, Symphony coming to Florida on October 22nd. Leaving Barcelona, right? She'll be in Florida in early November, but you're right. DM says, curious, is there any other way to earn Crown and Anchor points other than by days spent on board? The only other way is if you book a cruise tour, and this is probably not what you're looking for, but like in Europe and Alaska, you can have these little land add-ons to your cruise, either before or after, and those earn Crown and Anchor points because it's booked through Royal Caribbean. But there is, you can't buy points, you can't earn points and credit card points and like that. Those are the only 2 ways, so. There you go. Good. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Of course, if you're looking for more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We're live here every Friday, I think. We're trying to. So keep joining us right here on YouTube. Tomorrow is Saturday. We'll be live on Facebook on Saturday. So come join us on our Facebook page. So that way you can join us there. But guys, thanks for hanging out with me here on YouTube. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great weekend. Happy weekend, guys. Do something fun. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. See you guys.